everybody, this is Mark from Tri Duty on the Trail, and I'm here in Nordhouse Dunes Wilderness Area, part of the Manistee National Forest near Free Soil. We're going to hike out toward Lake Michigan, maybe camp there or camp near an inland lake called Nordhouse Lake, and just kind of see what the day throws at us. So looking forward to enjoying a really, really hot but beautiful day. And just like that, we are off. And it is a very, very hot day. Actually, calling for upper 90s, heat index well over 100. The bugs are out. It's a beautiful time to be in the backcountry. So anyway, we're gonna make the best of it and go check out Lake Michigan, maybe check out Nordhouse Lake. We'll just kind of see how the day comes at us. So I'm not planning to do a ton of miles today. Like I said, I'm gonna play it by ear, see what it looks like once we get up to Lake Michigan. It is surprisingly less crowded than I anticipated, thankfully. This place is notorious for being insane. It is a Wednesday before the 4th of July, so I thought it might be somewhat crowded, but it's way, way better than it was when I was here 6 years ago. That was bad. Anyway, we're gonna follow the trail here, get to Lake Michigan, have a look at it, and then see what we decide to do for the rest of the trip. Passing our first campsite already. We're only a quarter mile in, so that's a nice one if you get here late on after a work day or something. There are a lot of campsites up toward the lake though. All right, so we're coming into an intersection here. I think we're gonna take a right and follow the Dunes Edge Trail, and that should kick us out to the lake here real fast. Yeah, it is a hot one, and it is very, very humid. I'm starting to second guess if this was a good idea. I can already feel it in my throat that I'm dehydrated, so there's a big, big, big lake full of water waiting for me if I need to get more water though. Here comes Lake Michigan. Here she comes. Wow, nice. Awesome. Sir, nice. So way down behind me, about maybe 6 or 7 miles, is the Big Sable Lighthouse. Very cool. It's definitely worth the trip down if you've never seen it. I've been there a couple of times. In fact, last time I was up this way when I stayed in Ludington State Park, I checked it out. It's very, very cool. So this is amazing. Love Lake Michigan. So now I'm posed with a bit of a dilemma. There are clearly some paths that go up into the tree line from here, which I'm sure is where some really good camp spots are. So do I just grab one and enjoy this? Oh. No. Or do I push on, check out Nordhouse Lake, which may be great. I've never been there. Worst case, I check it out tomorrow. So let's check out some sites here and see what they look like, because having all this behind me, it's pretty awesome. So that is a very little spot, and I could definitely make it work, but let's just press on and see if we can't find something, a little bit better. So a couple things to consider. I brought my hammock to use again, which I'm looking forward to. So I definitely need some trees, which I have to choose wisely here. The other is you're not allowed to camp on the beach. In fact, I think you need to be 400 feet from the water. So we'll make sure to follow all those rules to keep this place nice, because this place has been beaten up pretty hard by by folks over the years. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it and take this spot here. I've actually got, there's a little bit of wood here I can use. Ouch, oof, woo. The bugs are out and they are biting, not just mosquitoes. So anyway, I got some wood here that I can use, existing fire pit, and I can tuck away in the woods there. And it looks like I have some decent trees for hanging hammock. Okay, well, I lied. I did a little bit of reconnaissance and I found a spot right back here that I think I like way better. So I'm gonna grab my stuff that I set down at that spot. We're gonna move it right back up here and we'll check out our new camp spot in just a minute. Okay. The bugs are terrible in the trees. Really, really bad. Flies are biting. The flies are biting. So the hammock's all set up and in porch mode, actually. I brought my trekking poles this time and I definitely need it because it is hot. So weather is threatening a little bit, had a few drops, but all in all, everything's good. Is a good chance of a shower or thunderstorm tonight, but it's awesome. The flies, on the other hand, they are not awesome. And they are painful. They hurt when they bite, and there's a lot of them. So I'll get a fire going here in a while. I don't really want a fire because it's so hot, but hopefully that'll smoke them out. So we'll see. Otherwise, it's been a great day. Hot, very hot. So we may have to jump into the freezing cold Lake Michigan. All right, so we're gonna try out the water. I have a feeling it's gonna be awful. Let's give it a whirl. Well, that was a very nice little dip. Very refreshing, very cold, but I'm really glad I did it. So now I need to find a seashell or 2 or 3 for my daughter. So it has turned out to be a very beautiful afternoon. Still very hot. Still lots of bugs. The flies, any inch of skin they can find, they're biting it. So, not for everyone. My wife would be glad that she's not here. Anyway, I'm just having a little snack here, some Peak Refuel brownie bites, I think they're called, before dinner. But we'll have dinner in a little while. Still got a few hours before sunset. I think sunset's around 9:30, so it's kind of a late one. So we're just enjoying a beautiful, beautiful evening, beautiful lake. It's awesome. So consulting the map here, I'm not far from the trail that'll take me back toward Nordhouse Lake, which is where I considered staying today. So I think tomorrow what I'll do is I'll hike over that way and just kind of check it out, see the lake and the campsites around there, and then scoot the rest of the way back to the trailhead. And then maybe instead of going home, I'll drive to another spot and do another overnight backpacking trip, because I drove 3.5, almost 4 hours north, and there's a nice stretch of the North Country Trail on the way home, so why not? So I think that's what we're gonna do, unless something dramatically changes, which it may. Who knows? The bugs may drive me out of my mind and tell me it's time to go home. So we'll see. So it's about 5:30. We're gonna make up some dinner. Macaroni and cheese from Backpacker's Pantry. It's always a good one. That was a gift from my family, so thank you. I appreciate that very, very much. We're gonna get some boiling water going, and we'll cook that up and have it in just a few minutes. About right. Ooh, buddy. Woo! Wow, that was fast. I think everything's 100 degrees out here right now. Dinner is served. In retrospect, a hot dinner is probably unnecessary, but I do like a nice cooked dinner. Get out of here. All right. So here's what we're looking at. I do like this a lot, but for some reason, any of these cheesy dinners, my spoon is like a magnet for the cheese, and then ends up all the cheese is on the spoon. I don't know. You get a big clump. You get a big clump like that of all cheese. So anyway, let's have some. It has been a very quiet, peaceful and relaxing afternoon here. Just sitting under the tarp here in porch mode. This is awesome. I love it. And the sun's trying to go down over there, over the lake. I expect to get a really, really nice sunset here in a little while, but a couple more hours till that'll happen. But still very warm, still very buggy. But this is very nice. Here we go. Well, while the sun goes down, I'm gonna grab some water just to have it in case we need it, which we may. But woo, wind's picking up. Whoa, wow. There we go. All right, so it's been a really, really great day. Time for me to hit the hay. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning, day number 2 here. Noisy morning with the surf from Lake Michigan, but it is awesome. So it rained a good chunk of the night. Actually, there was a really nasty storm. Lightning and thunder. Lightning out on the water was insane. So, but we battened down the hatches and we made it through just fine. So, hammocking. I've definitely taken a liking to hammocking. So what's the plan for the day? I don't know. I'm gonna take my time, make some coffee, and just kind of relax here, and then we'll get going when we get going. And where we're going, I have no idea. We're gonna enjoy some Vietnamese coffee before we get packing up here and see what the rest of the day brings. A little mixy mix. coffee and a beautiful view. Well, we're gonna clean up our feet, get some socks on, and hit the road. Ooh. What a beautiful day. It's only about 70 degrees right now. The lake is looking amazing. So we're gonna head up here to a trail and take it southbound toward Nordhouse Lake. I just need to find that trail. I have no idea where it is. All right, we're coming into our intersection to head back southbound toward Nordhouse Lake. Well, I was wrong. That was not the intersection. So I just climbed up this massively steep, not terribly long, thankfully, but massively steep hill to get up to the trail that I need to be on. So I should be able to find my way now. It's hard to find the trails on all the sand. It's crazy. Middle Trail, Algoma Trail, I think that's what it was. Lake Michigan Trail. Oh man, the bugs. I don't want any of those, so I guess I'm supposed to go this way. We're gonna find out. Well, it did not take long to lose the beachy environment and move into this northern Michigan forest environment. This is awesome. I love it. I haven't actually been through this part of the trail up here before. This is great. So I came to the back of that sign, Algoma Ridge Trail. So we're definitely going the right way. And hopefully soon we'll see Nordhouse Lake. So I just consulted the map. And in the next intersection, I'm gonna take a left and have a hop, skip, and a jump to Nordhouse Lake. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Okay, here we go. Let's check it out. Well, here we are. Welcome to Nordhouse Lake. This is fantastic. I've never been here. This is amazing. I like this a lot. Wow. I may have to come back up here and do a two-nighter. Just a nice, real relaxing trip. Not a lot of miles, just a lot of water. Awesome. Well, Nordhouse Lake did not disappoint, so I'm glad I stopped off there, but we will now retrace our steps back to the Algoma Trail and continue south back to the parking lot. It's been a good trip. So as I get closer to the trailhead here and just thinking about my plan, I think I'm just gonna wrap it up. Save the North Country Trail section I was gonna do on the way home for another excuse to head north. This has been a really, really great trip and really, really enjoyed it. A much, much, much better experience than the time I was here back in 2020. That was total chaos. Glad to see that the place is still doing well. This is a really, really cool spot. And just like that, the parking lot is right in front of me. So we'll wrap this one up. It's been a good one. I may have to come back here again during the week though, not on a weekend. No way. It's awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and all that stuff. We'll see you on the next one.